Hello, welcome to the Actionable SEO Tutorial for Beginners. I'm Satish Gear from Dallas, Texas. I own a marketing firm here in Dallas, Texas, and no, I don't have anything to sell you on this video. This video is made out for you, okay? If you're a beginner in SEO, I hope that I can make an impact on your SEO journey. So this tutorial is kind of different than the typical YouTube tutorials. Now, in this video, I'm going to go and show you guys step by step things that you can do in the next 1 hour to help you, get everything straight up on SEO on your site and get you ranking. So let's get on my laptop and let's start right now. And like I said, this tutorial is going to be much more different than the ones that you have seen on YouTube, because we'll talk about things that you can do along with me, actionable things that we can do today to make sure that you're on the right path for the SEO. So let's start. So first of all, this is stuff we'll be covering today. So we'll start off. So what is the importance of SEO? So you're on this video because you understand that SEO is important. Now, why is it important? It's important because who does not love free traffic? Okay. Now, the idea is that, yes, you can always get traffic through paid ads, and that's the fastest way to get sales. I will not argue with that, because I run ads, and that's the fastest way for me to generate leads and make money, get sales. But I cannot, tell you enough about the benefits of SEO, having good SEO on your pages and on your keyword on your website. Now, the reason for that, like I said, it's organic free traffic that you get from warm users. Now, what does that mean? So whenever somebody is searching up a keyword or, an intent of something on Google or Bing, they are pretty much warm, meaning they have some ideas, right? Or maybe they don't have any ideas. So that's why I tell people that, whenever you're creating content for your blogs, your website, you have to be willing to write content for three kinds of users. Number one is cold people, who are just getting started, right? Second is people who have enough information about a topic, but they want more information. And last but not least is people who know what they want. They're just looking for things to buy, or they're looking for things to they just know exactly what they want. So let me explain. So number one, basic cold people. So most people, I'll give an example. So SEO, search engine optimization. Now, cold people are looking up, what is SEO, how to do SEO for that's beginners, right? Now, warm people, they're looking for things like, hey, what plugin should I be installing for SEO, right? And last but not least, maybe an advanced person might be looking up, what is a topical SEO? Now, that's an advanced topic, right? You see what I mean? So always make sure that your content, you're writing content for three types of users that are actually searching on, Google or Bing, whatever search engine that, you prefer. Now, my point is that, every time you get a traffic from Google or any search engine, right? Those people, are pretty much warm. They're self-motivated. For example, if I'm running an ad, I'm pretty much trying to shove people down their throat because I'm pushing the ad. But with SEO, you can be sure that the user is looking for that content, and you want them to find your content. Okay, that's the main thing. Okay, and the second thing is the fact that whenever you're creating these content, yes, you're writing for the search engine so that you can rank, but instead try to write these content for the people instead. Most people write content for, trying to get it ranked, but keep in mind, okay, Google, Bing, Yandex, Yahoo, all these companies are not in a business of ranking your sites. They're in a business of providing relevant content to the people based on what they're looking for, right? Think about it for a second, okay? So you're on Google and you're searching up, something, and then, you see a site that has all the keywords, but it's not really helpful, okay? In that case, eventually Google's going to find out that it's not a relevant content. Now, how are they going to figure it out? Because they will take a look at, how long, what's the bounce rate, meaning how long are people on the site? Are people reading the content? So they will figure it out. So I always tell people, okay, whenever you're writing the content,
on your blogs, on your website, make sure you're writing to help people out, okay? So they should be better off, after they, read your content. So always, always, always keep in mind that you're writing for the people. And if you do that, there's no Google updates that will harm you, because you're writing for the user. You're not writing directly to rank. But we can do a few things to make sure that we rank better on search engines, okay? And that's the topic of today's video. So let's start. So first of all, your keywords. So what is your keyword? So these are keywords that you want to rank for, okay? Now, for example, most of you guys might be like, hey, I want to rank for how to make money online. You could, but that should not be your initial goal, okay? You can, that could be one of your keywords, but what you want to do when you're starting off is you want to try to find keywords that don't have a lot of, competition. So how do you go about that? So I usually use a tool called SEMrush. Now you can get a free trial. There's other tools like this as well, like HARO, and there's many, many other tools, okay? So I'm going to show you, here, how to make money online. So that is a keyword, right? That's a very competitive keyword that a lot of people want to rank for, but most people can't. Let's go and click on here. Let's go ahead and search up view all keywords. Now, so what you're trying to do initially is, yes, you will write a content on how to make money online, but don't expect that content to get ranked overnight. And I'll give you an example here as well. So I have this website that I started about 3 months ago now. So as you can see, the domain is sitehustle.net. I'm good, okay? And now for people asking, does domain really matter these days? Does TLD, does it really matter? No, it doesn't matter these days. So, and now my URL, the keyword that I'm trying to rank for is side hustle ideas. Now, let's go back. That is the main keyword, maybe one of the main keyword that I want to rank for right now. This is a very, take a look. The volume is 27,000 average searches per month. So it is very, very difficult to rank, super, super hard to rank. Now, I'm going to show you throughout this content what I'm doing to get this ranked. Okay, I'll show you all the results as well. So this is the keyword that I want to rank for. Now, this is a very, very competitive keyword. Now, in your mind, you should be thinking about, what is my main keyword that I want to rank for now? So once you have figured that out, write it down, and then you need to go ahead and start ranking for keywords that are similar to that, but have, that are much easier to rank. So if I come back here and click on keyword difficulties, as you can see, right, these side hustle for teens, side hustle for moms. Now, these are much easier to rank for, as you can see, compared to side hustle ideas, right? So what you want to do is you need to figure out what are your keywords, okay? And you need to start, having long key tails. So I'll give an example too. So if you go to Google, how to make money online, right? If you do this, take a look at all of these things that are suggested. Now, what you might also want to do is how to make money online. That might be your main keyword, but maybe some of these other things that you want to write about as well. Now, as you'll see throughout this video that, yes, writing about these other things will also help you. But before you start all this SEO journey, you have to figure out what is your keyword. What are your keywords that you're trying to rank in the next 6 months, next 1 year, next 2 years. Now, keep in mind that, long key tail, meaning like long keywords, which will be easier to rank for, will take you about a couple of months, maybe sometimes a couple of weeks once your site is much more established, right? But the higher end keyword that takes 6 months, 1 year, sometimes even more for you to actually get on the front page of, Google. So So figure out what your keyword is. And now most of you guys might already even know what is your keyword. So maybe you're thinking, I want to rank for the best CRM in 2023. Now, maybe that's your keyword because you're trying to do affiliate marketing. Maybe you're trying to rank for, I don't know, best ovens, blah, blah, blah. But make sure you figure out what your keyword is, okay? So now let's go ahead and move on. So once you have your keyword, you're good to go. Now, the issue is that most people don't even know what they're aiming for. So make sure you know your keywords. Now, next up, on-page SEO and off-page SEO. What is the difference? So on-page SEO is pretty much things that we can optimize on our website, on our blogs in order to rank. Now, off-page is usually backlinking, things that that are not in our hands, that can rank our site. Usually it's social signals, meaning what kind of engagement are you getting on social media, and usually your backlinks. Okay, that's pretty much it. Okay, now here's what we can do. So first step, before once you have decided that you want to go and start, you need to go ahead and add your website on something called Google Search Console. So what is Google Search Console? So Google Search Console is just type up Google Search Console. I'll put it in the description as well. So Google Console is a Search Console is pretty much where you can go ahead and add your website and to let Google know that you are an admin, you own this domain, that you own this website. Now, in return, Google will let you know if there's any issues with the domain. There is some issues with indexing, okay, things like that. They will let you know. You'll also find out that what are the clicks that you're getting, any bounces, things like that. You'll figure this out. Okay? If there is any problems, Google will let you know through here. So always make sure that you have your Google Search Console up, okay? The another benefit of having this is making sure that, hey, let's say you wrote an article, right? You can come up here and you can click on index. And then it will let you, it's already on Google, but maybe it wasn't, right? Maybe it wasn't. In that case, you could ask Google to index it as well. So let's go back here. I'm gonna see if I can find something here. I'm gonna try to see if this has been indexed. If not, we will request an index from Google. Okay, it's already indexed. Okay, right here. So it says it's already done. But if this wasn't indexed, what you could do is you could come to request indexing, and then you'll be able to index the site. So that's why you need to go ahead and get this. Okay, get it up. Okay, and once you have this gotten this up, you need to do a couple of things. Okay, number one is your website needs to have some sort of sitemap. Okay, so what is a sitemap? Now, I'm assuming that most of you guys are using WordPress. If you're not using WordPress, you should, because it's super easy CMS to use. Now, let's take a look. So what is a sitemap? So sitemap, if I go to sitemap right here, okay, I'm gonna go here. See, there's some issues with sitemap error. I see it here, blah, blah, blah. Maybe the sitemap is not there. So yes, so you see there is a sitemap issue here already. So, but sitemap, you need to have it, but sometimes, Google will figure it out, but sometimes Google can't. That's why we have sitemap. So my sitemap is probably this, maybe not. Okay, so let's go and find a different sitemap for you guys to show. Okay, now this is another sitemap. So as you can see, this is what a sitemap looks like. So what you want to do is you want to come to sitemap here, okay? Okay, and then you want to go ahead and click on you can submit your sitemap. You can come back here and you can add a sitemap like this, and you can submit your sitemap here. What this is going to do is let Google know about all the pages that's on your site, okay? So that way they can always, come back to this page and then index your site. For example, post, they will it'll show all the posts that's on your site. So it's pretty much like, link index of like every single pages, every single site on your website. Now, how do you get this? If you're using WordPress, you can get it through many WordPress plugin. I recommend Yoast SEO, which is a free SEO plugin that you can install. I really like this plugin, so go ahead and install it, okay? And once you do install it, it will go ahead and generate to you an XML sitemap for your site. So go ahead and add that up here as well, okay? So right here, add it up. Now, once you add it up, you'll be able to see your performance and pretty much how much traffic you're getting organically, all of it right here like this. So this is a 3-month-old site, and as you can see, it's doing pretty well, okay? And all of this is coming through, through organic keyword. And as you can see, I'm trying to rank for keywords that are not, they do have a competition, okay, but not as much, okay? So as you can see, so go ahead and do that, okay? I'll put the description about this on there. Now, next up, let's go ahead and talk about on-page SEO. So what can you do to get this going? So step number 1 is installing a basic SEO plugin, which I just told you about. So one of the most popular one that I really love, it might change in the future, but
hey, sorry for the interruption. Hey, could you do me a favor? Go ahead and subscribe right now if you haven't done so far, because in this channel, I talk about sales, marketing, copywriting, and of course, SEO as well. I think it will help you out. So go ahead and help me out by subscribing right now. Let's get back on the video.
This point is Yoast SEO. You can get it for free. Okay. What this is going to do is it's going to give you all the basics for free. There is a premium version. This video is not being sponsored by Yoast. I don't use premium version. The normal version has been fine for me. So go ahead and install it, because this is going to allow you to add the sitemap, and then it will allow you to monitor any changes. So it looks like this. Okay. For example, you'll be able to control, your snippet on the site. You can also control your pages and things like that. It'll also go ahead and give you some analysis on if you give it, keywords and things like that. So it will give you, outbound links, images, title, all of these things. It will go ahead and give you some recommendation, which are not perfect, but they are good to follow. So go ahead and follow these things. That's why I tell people, get a plugin like this and you'll be good, okay? Are there other plugins like this? Yes, just Google SEO plugins, okay? Or if you're on your WordPress dashboard, you can always go to your plugins, and let me show you. You can always come up here and you can click on plugins, okay? And upload a plugin, and then, you can go to search plugins and you can search up, SEO plugin, and you should be able to find a bunch of plugins here. Yoast is like, it's really good. Rank Math is pretty good too. I've used Yoast, I've used Rank Math, I've used this one as well, all-in-one SEO. I have not used these. But always, whenever you're downloading, plugins, make sure that, a lot of people are using it. It has good reviews. You don't want to download random stuff that you find on the marketplace. Okay, so let's move on. So once you have done this, next up is, your speed of your page. Now, keep in mind, the reason for that is because, think about it for a second. Okay, if your site is loading slow, Google will prefer a site that loads much faster. So they will prefer another site. So for example, you and me have the same content, similar content, and then, we're both here. But if my site is, is loading faster, Google will prioritize my site over your site. So make sure that your speed is good. And you can go to PageSpeed Inside. This is a tool by Google. You can put in your domain name here like this. Okay. And then we can just try putting a random site here. I don't own the site. It's one of my clients. Let's take a look. And let's go back here. So let's go back to this one of the sites. Okay. Now, as you can see, it got 56, about 70 is fine. So SEO is good. This is good. But you see the issue here. Performance is 56. Why is that? If you come up here, you'll notice it will tell you why it's so serve image now. So here's the issue here. So the images are not, it's like 407 KB, as you can see, and this is slowing down the site. So what can you do to fix this? Now, you can use something called You can use something called Smush. I think I have it somewhere here. Okay, it's right here. So Smush. So there are plugins that you can install that's going to make the size of your files smaller without losing the quality. So I wanted to show you an example that yes, the reason this site is everything is good on this site. SEO is good. This is good. This is pretty good. The performance is bad because of these images. These images are too big. Okay, these images need to be made smaller. As you can see, the file is too large. So this is the audit that you need to do on your site to make sure that the speed, the load time is not the issue. So fix it, okay, with a plugin like Smush. Okay. And if we go back here, as you can, this is 45. Now again, everything is fine here. What's the issue here? Okay. If you go back here, okay, so this one, it says reduce unused JavaScript. So you know what the issue is? Minify plugin. The issue with this one is that your JavaScript CSS files are like all over the place, meaning there's like 10 files pulling it, right? Instead, you can make one request, and you can do this with like plugins like these, WP Super Minify. So these are the two common issues that you will see whenever you're running the your analytic here. Images and this. Now, other issues could be maybe you're on a shared hosting. Now, shared hosting these days are pretty fine, but sometimes maybe you're with like some company that I've never heard of, okay, like somewhere in Russia, then you might have some issues, okay? So make sure your hosting provider is pretty good. So in my case, I do OVH, I do HostGator, I do DigitalOcean, so I'm in full control of most of my hosting. I do use shared hosting for sites that are not that important to me, but the sites that are super important to me, I own the VPS or dedicated server. So it's up to you. And then, you're like, it's that expensive. Not really. If you go to DigitalOcean, you'll see that it's not that expensive. Okay. And the thing is, you'll be able to, you don't have to spend a lot of money, but again, it might be advanced for you if you're just starting new. Okay, so that's that. So make sure this is looked up. Now, second thing, okay, third thing on OnPage. So internal linking and silo pages. So what are these things? So let me explain. So internal linking means that you need to link, for example, let's say I have an article about this, right? So I want to go ahead and let's say it's a TikTok affiliate, right? So as you can see, I have links that are inside my site. So I have another article about Amazon Associate. I put it here, okay? And I'm internally linking my site. So you need to have a bunch of these, okay? This is something that you can do. The second thing is something called silo pages. So what is a silo page? Silo page, for that, what you can do is you need to have a content, okay? And you need to have a bunch of other content in that link to that page and only that page. Now, on this page, this is not a silo page, okay? Now, on a silo page, the way it works is you have the main content on the top, okay? Let's say how to make money online, okay? I'm gonna have 5. Let me show you. Let's open up. Let me show it to you, okay? Might be easier. So let's say how to make money on, maybe that's your keyword right now. What you need to have is a bunch of other pages that link to that page. For example, article number 1, 2, 3, 4. Now here's the unique thing, okay? These articles should not link to any other link except this one. Now, yes, having a home page, having the navigation is fine, but on this page here, I have multiple, backlinks. You see it, right? Internal and external. But whenever you're creating a silo page, these articles, their purpose is to tell search engine that, hey, this page is the most important page about we're a subtopic. There's no other page that it's linking to. So make sure to have pages like that, okay? Now, Next up, on OnPage, if you want to rank higher for your keyword, you need to keep in mind of something called Topical Authority. Now, this is an advanced topic, but I'll give you some insight. So pretty much, you want to tell Google and Bing and any search engine that your website is the top authority, meaning that your website is the main hub and you guys are an expert for that topic. Now, how do you do that? So you create something called Topical Map. Okay, I have done a full-fledged video on that. It's on my channel. It's called Topical Authority. Pretty much the idea is you need to be able to create. Let me see if I can show you an example here. So let's go to here. Okay, so the idea is you need to go ahead and write about every single, topic. For example, let's say your website is about laptops. You need to be writing about gaming laptop, office laptop, rugged laptop, curved monitors. You need to be writing about every single thing that has to do with your topic and everything that people are searching for. Now, how do you figure that out? So you can figure out the subcategories, which is pretty simple since you're in that business, right? But for example, homepage. Okay. Like this. Now, but how do you figure out what people are searching for? So what you need to do is go to a site called Answer the Public. It's a site owned by Neil Patel. So you go here, you type up copywriting, okay? Let's say I'm trying to get a site up for copywriting. Now, okay, so as you can see, why is copywriting important in online marketing? Why is copywriting hard? So all of these questions are questions asked by people. Now, remember what I said earlier. Google is not in a business of ranking your site. They're in the business of helping people find the right content. So this will give you some ideas on what people are actually searching for. So here's what I did. So this is one of my sites, brand new. So I wrote these articles. So all of these content are coming from resources like this you can find it on SEMrush or things like that. Ask the Public is free at this point, okay? And you write content on those okay? On those topics. Now, how else can you figure this out? You go to Google and you type up copywriting, okay? You go all the way to the bottom. This is it. Copywriting job. This is what people are searching for. So I don't know what your topic is. You type it up on Google and related searches, you keep going down that rabbit hole. As you can see, more, right? More. So if you don't even need to use Ask the Public or SEMrush, okay? You just go on Google and look at what people are actually searching for, okay? Let's move on. And again, I recommend you watching this video called Topical Authority. Okay, so that's that. Now, next up is schema. So schema markup. So what is that? So pretty much you need to let Google know that, hey, this is a review. This is a local business. You have to be able to mark up your content on tags. Let me show you what I mean. So if you go to schema.org, you can let's go and put in one of the articles. Okay, and you'll see what I mean. And if I were to put this in here, it might take a while. As you can see, this has determined that, hey, this is a news article, this is an article. See all these tags, type, article, type, news, right? All these things have been defined, as you can see. Now, how do you generate these things? Okay, and this is pretty logo, right? Pretty much everything, publisher. So you can create something like this using schema generator. Okay. Okay, yes, there's one on schema.dev. and there's some here. What you can also do is schema generator, WordPress, and there are plugins with it, okay? Schema, I use this one. And once you set this up, it's usually automatic, but you have to monitor, you have to create these for your content, and you can use it. You can apply a template on a certain page or, post. Okay, now the benefit of this is this. Okay, now whenever you see, let's say you go to Google, right? What is, stop. Okay, I'm just gonna search random. Okay, I was trying to find a snippet. Let's see. Okay, snippets, like that's on the top. This is news. Usually you'll see like, how to, I'm trying to find a snippet. Okay, this is a snippet. So you see like these things, and you can appear on here by using schemas. Okay, so this is how you have to tell Google, hey, this is the important context, and if you give them the information, they will go ahead and, if it's the right content, they might rank you. They'll put you on snippets. So schema. Okay, let's see if we can find something here. I'm trying to find something to show you guys an example. Okay, yeah, this is the one. So as you can see, you can come up here and you can define an article like this, okay? Like I said, this is the manual way of doing it. I recommend you getting the WordPress plugin, so that way this is fully automated. As you can see, you can create, you can mark up these things for FAQs, event, job posting, local business, person, product. You can see, have you seen those, let me show you. Day trading books. I don't know if you've seen, okay, these, okay, things like these, that's my book. These things, okay, like sometimes you'll see like, 5-star reviews and things like that on Google, and you can create those by having, product, right, recipes, videos, things like that. So that's how you can, get featured on those snippets. So now, last but not least is for on-page SEO, you need to create something called pillar article. These are like long form articles, like for example, this one. So side hustle ideas. Now, this article is a pretty lengthy article. You need to write about 1 or 2 of these articles every single month, because that's going to let Google know, search engines know that you are the 30 in this topic. And after you do that, you need to go ahead and write an article about each of the topics. So this is a lengthy pillar article, right? But see what I'm doing here, right? I'm trying to do my topical article. I'm also trying to do my silo. I'm also trying to do my internal linking with the same method, okay? As you can see. So I want to go out, eventually I will go ahead and get articles up for each of these things. So make sure you have these pillar article. These are pretty much lengthy article, super lengthy article about everything, like, the topic in general, okay? Now, off-page, things that you can do, that you don't have a lot of control over. Now, this is going to be off-page SEO. Okay, so let's go and talk about the off-page SEO. So pretty much things, that you don't have a lot of control over, but you can, certainly help. So 2 things, okay? Backlinks and then search and then social media signals. So how do you work these things out? So backlink is whenever a site backlinks to you, but that does not mean that a random site backlinking to you will help. It will help, but not a lot. Let me tell you. So for example, let's say your site is about insurance, right? And if you have a copywriting site backlinking to you, it doesn't mean a lot. It does mean something, but not a lot. So what you need is relevant backlinks to your site. Now, how do you create these? Now, usually it's gonna, I'll show you 2 ways. So if you're brand new, so 2 things. So number 1 is I want you to go ahead and something called HARO. So it's called Help a Reporter Out. If you go to helpareporteroutreporter.com, you can go up here and you can click on I'm a source. Right now, once you click on this, you can sign up, and every day you will get an email about they'll ask you questions. Now these are news companies or like blogs asking for some recommendation, some your opinion about a certain topic. Now once you subscribe to this, you'll find that a lot of people sometimes you'll get people from Forbes or like entrepreneur.com or things like that asking a question about a topic, about insurance, about SEO, about side hustle, about making money online, right? And then you respond back. Now, if they like your opinion, if they like what you said, they will backlink to you, and they will also go ahead and put your name there as well. So you're gonna get a backlink from a top news site that have like a high ranking. So that's always good. And this is what I still use, right? And then I get a lot of questions. I respond back to them, and as you just keep building it. So this is one way. Second way is building a tool or building some sort of, lead magnet. So let me explain. So what you need to do is your main site always needs to have some sort of tool, some sort of something that has the viral factor, meaning that it will get viral. Now, for me, for Side Hustle, I built this tool where people can, come up here and find, like this. It's just a collection. Okay, this is one of them. Okay, I also have something called Swipe Folder. Okay, now see, I don't make money on these sites. I pretty much get a lot of traffic, and people are always talking about Swipe Folder, so it gets shared without me doing anything. But guess what? I have backlinks to my main sites here. So you need to go and create a tool that you can put on your site, and then or resource. Now again, see, like in this case, this is just a resource, right? This is just a collection of things. So what you can do is maybe use Notion or just a Word document, but make sure the link is like your site. Make sure maybe you have a page, best copywriting books. I don't know. Okay, that might work as well. So create some sort of resource or tool that you can put on your site. Okay, and then you can use that. So people will, backlink to you without you even having to ask. Okay, so those are the things. Now, are there other things that you can do to build your backlinks? Yes, a lot of things. But if you're a beginner, if you focus on these two things and the content, you'll be fine. If you want me to do an advanced tutorial on SEO, I can. On the comments, drop, hey, do advanced SEO course as well, and I will. And there are other ways to get backlinks. Okay, but I don't want to cover those on this topic because that'll open up new, it's just a rabbit hole. So I don't want to go through that path on this video. So, but if you want me to do a video on advanced SEO, just type up, hey, do a video on advanced SEO, then I will. Okay, there's so many things to teach you, but I've just limited it to like basic things that you can do today. So the second thing is social media signal. So what does that mean? You want to make sure that whenever you're posting content, you're also sharing it on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Pinterest, whatever. So the reason for that is search engines also want to see, is there traffic coming from search engine for that domain, for that article? So you can do that. I use Buffer or any, auto poster. That's good enough. Okay. Now, so that was basic stuff that you can do. So let's recap for a second. So OnPage. So get this, figure this out, and then OnPage and OffPage. If you do these two things for a long term, you'll be fine. Okay, make sure you understand that you are in the business of helping people out. Okay, yes, you might be selling a product, but that should be on the side. Let's say you're selling a SaaS product. Okay, you can have that, but make sure your blog, your content is actually focused towards helping people out, and you can share your tools, your products on that article, but make sure that article is actually helpful to the user. Okay, now couple of things that ranking method. So number one is called Avalanche method. Now this is not my method. I learned about this from Kyle Roof and I think some other people a long time ago. I think he learned it from somebody else. I forgot. So pretty much, okay, the concept is if you're a brand new site, okay, what you can do is you can, instead of focusing on the main keyword like we talked about, you focus on writing 2 articles a day, okay, for at least 90 days, okay, and that traffic will build up, and you focus on low volume keyword. Let me explain. So if I go to back here, side hustle, right, ideas, and I'm gonna go back here, I'm gonna go to side hustle ideas, okay, and keyword, okay, keyword difficulty, I'm gonna do low. Okay, volume. Okay, take a look at these. So these, these keywords, they have like 30 volume, 40, 30, 40, 10. You're like, it's a waste of time. No, but like the name says, Avalanche. So if you can write a content, at least one article a day, but the idea is you need to write often so it builds up. So eventually, after 90 days, if you have written up that many articles, at least an article a day, that's 90 articles, you should have a lot of traffic coming in, okay? Now, what that is gonna do is that will let Google know, hey, we should maybe, up rank the site for the main keyword. So Avalanche method is really, really good, okay? So other way is, like, remember I said sitemaps, right? So if you go to anybody's site and then type up /sitemap, more than likely you will find a sitemap. Let me show you. So side hustle. Okay, let's go here. This is not my site. If you go here, more than likely you'll find content that your competitor has written. Take a look at it. You'll see the dates on the site. Maybe you can go and start creating content on what they did, okay? Don't copy them, but maybe you can piggyback because they have done the research. They're not always right, but if they're ranking, they know a thing or two about SEO. And number 9, so black hat and gray hat method. I was gonna teach you guys a few things, but I think I'm gonna avoid it at this time. I think that should be another video because, like I said, it's a rabbit hole. So on the comments, let me know because I do want to teach it to you guys, but I want to know if you guys are really interested or not. So on the comments, let me know. Yes, I want to learn about black hat and gray hat method. These are things that sometimes I recommend, sometimes I don't recommend. I don't know if Google approves of some of these things, but sometimes they work, sometimes they don't, okay? So if you do want to learn some black hat and gray hat SEO methods, go ahead and comment and I'll go ahead and think about it. Okay, so let's go and talk about some frequently asked questions. So right now, as you guys can see that, there's a lot of tools that people can use to generate AI text. Now, does Google like it or not? So here's the thing. So if it's a fact, for example, like, when was, George Washington born? The answer is the same. If you use that kind of content, you'll be fine. But if you're overusing it, that might not be a good thing, okay? And keep in mind that, Google and ChatGPT, OpenAI, these, AI generation companies, they have the tools and technology to figure out if your content is original, thoughtful or not. Okay, so, and last but not least is, if you do decide to use these content, make sure that you rewrite it. You add your own context to it. Okay, so it's much more original rather than just copying and pasting. So the verdict is don't copy and paste it. Okay, you can use these tools to like come up with ideas, but I recommend you actually writing the articles yourself. Okay, now, how often should you be posting? If you're a brand new site, a lot. If you're an old site, again, if you just want to maintain your SEO just a little bit here and there, but at least, if you want to maintain, if you want to be on that steady, I recommend posting at least minimum of 2 articles, 2 content a week, which is not a lot, okay? Now, company sites, you'll have your main site, your product site. So what I recommend is separating your main site with, on a blog, right? So you might want to use subdomain. I recommend using subdomain because that's going to help you out so that you can separate it, but your main domain will still get the thread it as well. You can also put it on a slash folder, which is fine as well. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed this actionable SEO tutorial for beginner. Now my channel has much more content that I think you will enjoy. So I would love for you to subscribe to this channel.
And that's it. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial for beginners. Now, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to go and subscribe right now so I can create more videos just like this for you. And last but not least, okay, save this video, click a like on it, comment on it so that you can always come back to it later and review these tips. I'll see you on the next video. Thank you for watching.